Hey, 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 hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Carrie with Craftin' Sweets. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay and let me know you're here. Let me get me pulled up over here so I can see y'all's comments. Say hi to me when you get here. Let me know you're here. Y'all, we are going to... Oh. Don't want to hear myself for sure. Don't want to hear myself. Okay, go. A minute early. Okay. Hello. Say hi when you get here. Let me know you're here. Y'all, we're gonna do Christmas in July with a twist, y'all. I have been watching Hallmark Christmas movies. I've had them on today at work just playing, and I watched some last night while I was in the bed. Hey Kelly, hello girl, hello. So I thought, okay, so I've done some Pinteresting today, and I found this cute little idea, so we're going to do that. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Cindy. Hello. Thank you for buttering the biscuits. Y'all, if you're new here and you don't know what buttering the biscuits means, it just means to S-H-A-R-E this page out and get me out there a little bit. Y'all, my hair looked horrible today, so I had to put on a hat. I didn't do nothing with it. I didn't want to get out of bed. I'm actually tired right now. Like, I was on the couch laying down right before I got on here, and I was like, man, I could really go to sleep right now. Do y'all ever get like that sometimes, where you can just go to sleep like right now, just right now? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, I actually found this. It's a Primitives by Kathy. I found it at our local thrift store, and it's got a little bit of rough spots on it, so we're gonna paint over this. Okay, so we're gonna use this as our base. That's what I'm gonna use as our base. And then I pre-cut me out. These are just some little cardboard things I got at my work. They come between our check stock, you know, to like do the different check stock. So hey, Miss Wendy, hello. You was like that earlier and took a cat nap. I didn't get to take a cat nap. The dogs, if you try to take a cat nap, they wake you up. So I wished I could have. Thank you, Miss Wendy, for buttering the biscuits. So I pre-cut some of these earlier, like they look like pie shapes, but we're going to make these watermelon, okay? We're going to paint watermelons on slices on these, and then we're going to make a Christmas tree with our watermelons, y'all. A Christmas tree with watermelons, because it's Christmas in July, and you know, you have watermelons in July. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to paint. So I actually got 4 different sizes. Okay, 4 different sizes of the watermelon slices that we're going to use. And then I've got a little star. And then I thought about painting Christmas in July on here, but I thought, I have not used Scrabble letters in a long time. So I think they're going to look okay with this after we get on. But we'll see, okay? So first what we're going to do is we're just going to, I love this black and white on the side, so I'm not changing that at all. But we are going to paint over this, and we're going to do like a Key West, the apple barrel Key West, and then I'm going to mix a little bit, sort of ombre it up to the top with a jadeite glass, the Deco Art jadeite glass. So the first thing I'm going to do is, still haven't got any new of this stuff, y'all. I need to get some. The first thing we are going to do, though, is we are going to paint over this with the chalk paint in a white. And I think I'm going to also, we're going to rough that up just a little bit. Let me grab y'all, I am freezing. Look, I got my blanket today. I am freezing this evening. Meant to grab that before I got on here. Sorry, y'all. So this is actually a big Gator sander is what this is. When I went back to get a smaller one at our Lowe's, they didn't have one. So I'm just going to rough this up so that paint will stick to it, because it's got a little bit of a slick surface. So I'm just going to rough this up a little bit. Pull up the old sleeves. Pull up the old sleeves. And then we're just going to paint on top of here. So y'all, I'm so excited because tomorrow is my last day of work this week. Get a long weekend, so I'm super excited. I'm going to go get my grandbabies tomorrow evening, and they're going to stay with us for over the weekend. So I'm super excited, super excited. Anytime I can go get my grandbabies and spend time with them, let me tell you what we're going to do. Hey, Cindy, hello. We are going to, I'm going to get out there. We're going to blow up the pool again. And we're going to get out there, big water slide. We're going to play in the water all weekend if it don't rain. Hopefully it doesn't rain. So we're going to play in the water all weekend. Get us a good tan going on. That's what we're going to do. I'm too big to get in the water slide. I think I'm going to have to buy it. Me and my daughter, my youngest daughter, last time they were in it, discussed that we may have to get a bigger one so that we can play on it too. You know, because they sell you they do sell the ones that hold adults. So we may have to buy us one so we can get on it too and play. Who doesn't like playing in the water, right? Or I could just still try to talk my husband into that pool, you know. Into that pool. But then we have to get a fence, and so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Okay, I just want to cover that up enough so we won't be able to see the letters through our other paint. So, it's supposed to be very hot in Virginia. I have not actually really, I've not even looked at what the weather's supposed to be like here. So, you'll have Friday up as long as no one in the plant wants to work. If someone does, and the office staff and production manager will have to work. Oh, well, let's cross our fingers, Kelly, that nobody wants to, thanks, Tanya, that nobody wants to work, because why would you want to work the day after a holiday? I mean, we normally would have to, but all the other county offices are closing, so we decided to close too. So. Let's try to, hey, Elsie. Oh, don't miss the light. Well, I just got on here, so. You think there will be one person? There's always one person, isn't there? Always one person. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm drying this really good. Okay, so now we're going to do our get some paper towels out here. I'm going to go ahead and get that same paintbrush. I'm going to clean it out really good. Get that same. That's what we always say, Kelly. It always takes one person to ruin the fun. Totally agree. Okay, so I've got this Key West, and this is a new one. I had to buy a new one because I was out. So we're going to take the Key West, and we're going to go on, I'm going to go ahead and put some on the bottom. And then we're going to come in with the J-Dot glass on the top. Sort of make it look ombre. With the two different colors. This stuff all on my shirt. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some right up to about right there. See if we can get this covered. And I'm just sort of trying to pull off the edge so I don't get it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love this color. Hey, Susan. what am I making? We are making a watermelon Christmas tree because it's Christmas in July. And so we are making a watermelon Christmas tree. So I'll show you in just a second. We're doing our background, our base first. I put way too much paint on there, y'all. Way too much paint. Ooh, that's drying too fast. It's drying way too fast. Okay. Let's get our jadeite. I'm gonna put our jadeite up here at the top. And then we're gonna mix it down into our blue. Have it come all the way up to the top. I didn't wash that paintbrush. We're just using the same paintbrush, not washed off. We are just trying to get that blue ombre and turned up into that green. Maybe bring some of the green down. There we go. Two of my favorite colors right here. This jadeite glass is I love this jadeite glass. And you know I don't own one piece of jadeite glass, but I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Okay, have fun. So let's dry this. See what it looks like. It's a little thick. I've got some little places here, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to say it's 3D, sort of. Crackling. Got a little bit of white up there, but it's okay. So after we get this done, we'll be done with our base for right now. Your daughter collects it. Oh, how fun. I'll own a piece one day. One day. I could trade my Raiden collection in for jadeite glass collection. I could do that. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this to the side. So see how we ombre that Key West blue up into the jadeite green. It's just a slight, you know, you can tell how darker it is down at the bottom than at the top. So we're gonna lay this to the side and we're gonna work on our watermelon pieces. Lay that in the floor. So, like I said, this is just a piece of cardboard. It actually came from my work between the cards, between the checks. It has like separators or whatever. So I just cut some. Oh, okay, yay! I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. So I just cut them different sizes, and I made like a smaller, then a little bit bigger, and then a bigger one. And so this is going to make up our tree at the end. But right now we're going to make them look like watermelons. So we are going to get some red paint. Put right here on our glass. I'm going to get some pink because we're going to sort of mix the red and the pink together. Pink, probably too much. I always get too much. Okay, so that's what we're going to use first, is like the red and the pink. Let me find me a paintbrush I want to use. I want to use a smaller brush. Y'all, I promise I have an abundance of brushes. It's just I can't never find the one I actually wants to use. Okay, so we're going to use this red and this pink, and I'm just going to come in. I'm going to mix some of the red with the pink. We're just mixing it together. Hey, Ronna, hello. We're going to leave some room down at the bottom for our green. So I'm just going to come around. We're just gonna load that brush up pretty good, and we're just gonna come around, try to make that even all the way around there. Then we're just gonna bring that red and pink all the way up. The top's gonna be covered, but we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna paint it all the way up to the top. We're not worried about getting it really good. The way that light's hitting that, it's causing a glare, and I'm not able to see. Okay. So there, hey Melissa, hello. So see how we made that? And all we did is we just mixed in our red. We just come in, can you see me right here doing this? We just brought in some red, and then I'll come over into my pink. And it sort of made my brush look like this. So it split it on the two sides. So I'm gonna lay that one to the side, and then I'm gonna grab this one. We're gonna do the same thing. Okay, and I'm just gonna try to make that even all the way around at the bottom. We're just gonna grab some more. Try to grab that, make it even, and then we're gonna start coming up. Just come in and grab some more. If you want it more red, just load your paintbrush up with more red than you do the pink. Okay, so we're just giving it that little blended look all the way up. Like I said, you don't even have to go all the way up. It's going to be hid at the top. Well, the little one we will, because it's going to be on the very top. So, hey, Miss Kathy, hello, hello. Okay. So make sure we got all that covered. Okay. So here's our second piece. See how it looks blended. Love that look. Here we go in some more red and then some pink. There. Just coming in and blending together. Keeping our red on one side of the paintbrush and our pink on the other. And we're not flipping our brush like this and going, we're keeping the same colors on the same side always. Okay. Okay, so there's our third one. Thank you, Miss Cindy. There's our third one. And then on our last one, on our smaller one, we want to go all the way up to the top. So let's make our little area for our rind. Okay. And then we're just going to go all the way up to the top. I'm going to go in some red. Here we go. So here's our top piece right here. So there's our top piece, okay? So I'll clean that off. I always do too much paint, y'all see. Always do too much paint. Y'all, I'm telling you right now. Oh, hold on. This glass on top of my craft, it was $11, 16 by 20 at the Home Depot. Best purchase I've made, because you can just put your paint right on top of it. Take you a baby wipe or a Lysol, and the paint comes right off of it. So if y'all want something easy to where you don't have to, and you won't waste any money like buying the paper things, because all you have to do is have a piece of glass. So someone come get your husband. What's he doing? What is he doing? Is he being a total mess? What is he doing? Okay, y'all, I got a few spots I'm gonna have to touch up, I see. I have just a few spots to touch up, so I'm gonna come in with my red and my pink again. Got just a couple spots. Oops, got too much pink. Too much pink. Random stuff that comes out of his mouth. Tell him I said be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Okay, let's dry this. The good thing about this stuff is it dries really quickly. Okay. So now let's get us a green. I got a holly green. We're going to use a holly green for our rind. Put it right here on top of our, always too much, I'm sure. Okay. So we're going to come in with a green at the bottom, and I'm just going to come right around the edge where we painted. Where we painted this. So just make your this paper cardboard's a little texture. So there we got our little water, our little green for our water, our rind. We're gonna zhuzh it up though, so never fear. Here we go. Okay. Just load that brush up and just he said, if you don't want to be at work, just pick your pants and those. Okay, that's a little funny. Oh. But you could just not make it non-messy though, and just tell them that you threw up. You know, go to the bathroom and just do the gag sounds, you know, and just that would be a lot better than pooping your britches. A lot better. Okay, I'll get this green cleaned up, y'all, so we can. You never know what's gonna go on. Okay. Okay, so let's dry this green. Let's dry this green, and then we got to put our watermelon seeds. Oh, wait, we're going to do one more thing to the green. know how the watermelon has the little lines, you know, some watermelons have the little lines. So we are going to take a lighter green. I'm going to use this Sorbet. It's Anita's acrylic. It's called Sorbet. Okay, I just need a little. I'm going to try to just put a little. Okay. And then I'm going to take a fan brush. I'm going to take a fan brush. This is a fan brush. And I'm just going to dip it. There we go. I'm going to dip it into the Sorbet paint, okay, y'all? And I'm sort of just going to turn it sideways. Well, actually, I'm just going to, I want it to look like that. We don't want it to have, we don't want it to be like a straight, we just sort of want it to look like that right there. So we don't want it to be like a, you know, like a thick, full line. We just want it to have some, looks like a watermelon, right? Looks like a watermelon. So, come right here, right here, right here, maybe on the edge a little. I need a smaller fan brush for this size of work. Okay. This little one I'm going to just try to use just the edge. Okay, so there we go. So our fan brush put our little edges of our watermelon on it. Thank you, Miss Susan. Okay, let's dry this. Got too thick on that one, but I'm gonna leave it because all watermelons are different, right? All watermelons are different. Okay, so now we need some black paint because we got to paint our seeds. We need some seeds in our watermelon. So I like to use this lamp black, the ebony black from Deco Art. I like to use it, so use that. Try to get a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to get a smaller round brush. This is just a round, this is a round brush. I've seen a straggler. Sometimes you got to trim your stragglers. You got to trim the stragglers, okay? Hey Debbie, I'm good. How are you? So to make this like round, when you go into your paint, can you see? Y'all can't see that. I put the black too far over. Second. Okay, can y'all see that now? So what I do is I take my brush and I'm gonna twist it around into the black, and it's gonna make the end of your paintbrush pointier. So that's how you get it. You know how I showed it to you? It looked more like, let's see if I can find another one. It looked more like this right here. After you put it on the paint, see the difference between when you round it into the paint. It makes it small, makes the end smaller. Oop. I put the one with the paint on up here. Oopsie, wrong one. Okay, try that again. So we're going to go in and we're just going to roll around. Roll around the paint. There we go. I cut my head off a little bit. That's okay. And then we're just going to come in here and we're just going to do like little teardrops, okay? We're just doing little teardrops. They look like seeds. We're going in and we're just rolling our paintbrush in the paint. I'm going to do one there. I'm going to do one higher. Okay. Do one row lower. Just randomly putting us some seeds. Not two seeds look alike, so we're just randomly just not gonna overthink it. We're just gonna go in there and just paint it. Okay, so that's the bottom of our tree, so we have to make sure that's gonna be enough. We just need to put one layer on every watermelon. So we're going to start there. And I'm just going up and down, sort of zigzagging them, making them jagged looking. Some down, some up. Like I said, don't overthink it. If you overthink it, this one's got a lot more seeds than the other ones, but like I said, different watermelons have different kinds of seeds. You know, this one guy, I bought a watermelon the other day, which it really wasn't that good, but he told me that the seedless watermelons, which I never thought about it, you know, but he's like, the seedless watermelons are not as sweet as the ones with seeds in them. I never really thought about that. But seedless watermelons are engineered to not have seeds in them, and the seeded ones are natural. And so that's why the seeded ones are sweeter. Like I said, I never really even thought about the seedless being not as sweet as the seeded ones. But it makes sense. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to let's try to make little bitty for our top one. We can do a few more. We'll make them a little bit smaller in our top layer. Okay. I know, Susan, doesn't it? Hey, Angela. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm good to see you. Good to see you. It does make sense. It does make sense because he told me, he said God made it with the seeds in it, and so that's why it's. And I was just like, never really thought of it that way. Never did really. Okay. Okay, y'all, so we got one row of seeds in all of our watermelons. So let's dry those up. I love painting watermelons. Fruit, strawberries. I love making watermelons and strawberries. Okay, so now I'm going to get my little star too, because we're not done with this, but the last thing that I want to do with this, I'm going to do it on our surface because it'll take it a while to dry. It's going to take it a little bit to dry, so I'm going to get a bright yellow, and I'm going to paint our star a bright yellow color. Actually, a lighter bright yellow, so maybe like this one's called Sunny Day. So let's use, since it's summery, So we're going to use Sunny Day. So let me see if I can find my paintbrush I like. That's not it. That's not the one I was looking for. That's not, there's the one I was looking for. No, that is too, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Sunny Day. Thought I was touching the end of the, this is that thick one. Y'all. I tried to use the wrong end of the brush. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. This is a pretty thick star. I'm going to go ahead and do the edges first, and then I'm going to do the top. I don't have to worry about doing the back of it, but do the edges. Do the edges. Yeah, we had sandwiches for supper tonight. Is anybody like me and you don't like to cook in the summer? I don't like to cook. Well, I don't like to cook at all, but I mean in the summer especially, I don't want to eat hot food. I'd rather have cold stuff and not hot stuff. Are y'all like that too? I'd rather have stuff that, you know, is cool and refreshing instead of hot. Okay, so we got our stars. So now we got all of our components painted. I'm gonna put this on top of here, on top of my, so I don't stick anything in it. So I'm gonna lay these to the side. We're gonna bring our surface back up. Oh. So here's our surface that we done. It is a surface that I got at a local thrift store for 99 cents. It was a Primitives by Kathy sign that we painted over. We ombre'd the Key West from Walmart and the jadeite glass. You're totally a hot mess when you paint. Well, I'm a mess when I paint too. It don't turn out good if you don't get messy and mess. You don't cook 95% of the time. I just don't eat because I can't figure out what I want. I know that's hard. You really want a watermelon right now? I made you want some watermelon, didn't I, Miss Susan? Okay, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna start with our biggest watermelon. Okay, we're gonna start with our biggest watermelon, and then we're gonna go with the next size, and we're just gonna layer them on top of each other like a Christmas tree. Okay. Just layer them on top of each other like a Christmas tree. Okay. So this is our watermelon Christmas tree. And now earlier it worked. Now watch it not work today this time. Because I've got Scrabble letters that I'm gonna go old school with Scrabble letters, okay? I thought about writing on it, but we're gonna go old school, I think. So we're gonna have our star on the top. We may do let's do a little bit of, we need to do a little bit more something to that background. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get, sorry, I'm looking for a paintbrush. Hold on. Use one of these. This is a liner brush, okay? I didn't have any white there anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get some white paint, y'all. I'm not gonna pour any of this out. We're gonna flip the lid over. We're not gonna use much of it. I'm gonna get a paint pen and use it on here, but on our watermelons, let's put it just a little bit more. Let's just do some, we're just gonna do some lines. We're gonna do some line work with our, just a little bit more just to give it some more oomph, some oomph, some oomph. Okay. Just giving it some oomph. And all I'm doing is just dipping in, and then I'm just pulling. I'm just pulling lightly. I'm lightly touching and just pulling. Just lightly touch and pull. Thank you, Miss Susan. Your grandson made pork roast on the grill. We like watching Barbecue Pitmaster together. That sounds good, Miss Cindy. You can lift every once in a while. Okay, just lift every once in a while. Or you can just lightly touch and do a whole straight line. Okay. So since this one's our top one, we're going to do our all the way to the top. Get you a good amount of paint on your liner. Okay. Okay. Also going to go in here. I'm going to put a little bit. We're just taking the very edge of that brush and just barely touching down and making a little highlight to our seeds. So see how we put a little highlight to our seeds? It just gives it a little more oomph. A little more oomph. Because y'all know that's a word. Just doing it right in the bottom corner. Here. Okay. The watermelon. Hey, Darlene, it's been a day. Oh, goodness, that doesn't sound very good. Doesn't sound very good. But I'm telling you, it was a long day at work, too. We didn't think it was ever going to end. Like, it was the longest day today, so... Y'all, I was going to use a paint pen, but I'm not going to. We are going to, I know what we're going to do to that. So let's go ahead and put it together. And I know what I'm going to do to the edges because I'm going to use the same thing on the watermelon. So let's go ahead and put our letters on so that way I can get the... So like I said, we're using old school. This feels old school to me anymore because I don't ever hardly see people using Scrabble letters anymore. So, I don't know. It may not look good. We may have to go the other route. We may have to go the other route and just write it on there. I'm thinking maybe I will. I don't like how that looks. Oh. Let's get our watermelon on here. Okay. So we're gonna have to do that there. This will go here. This will go here. This will go here. I just gotta make sure I got enough to write at the top. And our star will go up there and I'll be able to write it right here. I'll put the star on last. In July. Christmas in July. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this, let's get this glued on here. So hot glue on here. Let's get our first part of our watermelon here. It's gonna cover up some of the seeds, but that's okay. That is okay. This one we need to do a little bit higher so the corners will go off of that. And right here at the top. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, before I put on the star, we're gonna go ahead and write. Y'all know I don't, this white's gonna show up on there. So you're gonna paint triangle shapes on wood rounds for your family ornaments this year. Oh, cool, that's awesome. I'm making some ornaments. I'm gonna take this off of here, but I started painting some ornaments yesterday. These are from the Dollar Tree, these thick wood things are. And I'm gonna put our first Christmas on here to sell for people, you know, to buy maybe that it's their first Christmas together or whatever. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, so I got this white pastel chalk pencil, so I'm gonna try to. So you know we're gonna dot the letters because it makes my lettering look a little bit better. So I'm gonna CHRISTMAS. So CHRI. S is in the center, so I need the S to come about right here. So let's see. Good thing about this right here is that you can so you're not going to be able to see this probably yet. And this is just going to be my, so I can see what I'm doing when I letter. Okay. It looks okay. It's going to look, can you see it? I think it's going to look okay. It's a little wonky, but I think it'll be all right. I think it will be all right. Christmas and glue gun took a dive. Glue gun took a dive. I can fix it up whenever I'm painting on it. So I'm gonna get a white paint pen and do it. White paint pen. White paint pen. Like I said, I'm just using that original as a base. we'll probably put some of like the pink or the red. Into the I can't think. I told y'all words are so hard. Words are so hard. Here we go. Okay, why aren't you working? I don't want to work on that Key West blue for some reason. May have to do this with a, I'll have to do that with a paintbrush. It's not wanting to work. Use I've seen it earlier. It's too thick though. There. That one will work. Nope, no. Sorry, trying to find a lettering brush that's gonna work. That one's too thick. Hey Develine, hello. Thank you for buttering the biscuits. Thank you. Okay. I may have to go over the top too since I'm gonna have to do this. I don't know why that that paint pen won't go over the top of this Key West blue. So I'm just gonna paint the letters on y'all, and I'm just following my pencil, my pastel chalk mark. You just have to go for it. Just have to do it. I'm always scared when I letter. It's just not something I think I'm very good at. Okay. July. And people probably think I'm tell me I'm crazy for thinking that, but you know, you always critique your own work. Always critique your own work and think it could have been better. I do anyway. Not everybody, I'm sure, does that, but I'm just that way. Okay. I'm gonna dry that, and then I'm gonna go over the top. Pretty cute. Yeah, I know that one, it doesn't want to come out as good, especially on that paint. It was okay with this one, with the Deco Art paint, but this Apple Barrel Walmart paint, it may be where I got it too thick. I let it dry a little bit and it got too thick, so that may have been the problem too. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over these, because this white looks like it's a little bit brighter than the paint pen anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go over it too. So to load it up. I'm concentrating, sorry y'all. concentrate. Too much paint. Can't see what I'm doing. We are going to take some red. I'm going to dry this. I'm going to take some red and put some more accents in here. Okay. Let's see. I can just see some of the blue in between in this, so I'm going over it again. Put our star on there too. Okay, I'm gonna dry this up real quick. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Right, Susan. Most of us are our own worst critics. It's true. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Jennifer. Practice, practice, practice. Okay. Probably need to go over that one a little bit more. I'm gonna pour just a little bit of white. Oh crap! Whoo! I almost did it. I almost made a big boo-boo. Woo! I about did it. About did it, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna have to go over the Christmas again. It's too. Even with the paint pen underneath it, I can still see it usually takes a couple of going overs to get it to look right. So is anybody watching Hallmark Christmas movies this month? I watched one, or well, I listen to them. I don't really watch them, but I can listen to them at work. So I like that background music, or that background noise. Sometimes I listen to music, but most of the time I like to have like a show playing in the background. The ones that were playing today I had seen before, so I knew what was happening. I knew what was happening. Okay, let's dry this up. Yeah, I know you are, Miss Wendy. Hey, Miss Beverly. Thank you, thank you. Let me dry this up. We're going to use some... I'm actually going to dot. We're going to dot the end of our letters to make them dot letters. I just think it makes the letters look more better. We got some stars. Miss Jennifer, thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, for the stars. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna dot the end of these letters. I'm gonna use a daughter. Let's use a daughter because I think it's gonna be quicker. So just go back and forth with your daughter. I'm just putting it on the very end of each tip of the letters. Oops. That didn't look good. So I need one right there. It's right there. So just every tip where your letter ends, put your dots. And this is where we'll come in with our red, and we will highlight to give that some more, a little bit of character to stand out. Okay. Yeah, I just think dotted letters look so much better. They look so much better. So I'm just going back and forth with my daughter. Make sure I have enough paint to make a full dot. Full dot. There, and there. Missed a letter. And a full dot. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's dry this up a little bit. I'm using that. This one will be a little bit faster. Oh, the reactions aren't working. Okay, so now we're going to get our little bitty something. We're going to get something. I know we're getting something. Okay. Shouldn't have covered that up. I'm going to uncover my red paint. I'm just going to dip. That's probably too big. Yeah. Need the smaller one. Let's use this one. Use a smaller one. So I'm just going to come in with the red. I'm going to mix a little bit of pink into it too. And we're just going to come into these letters in the dots. And we're just going to put a little bit of a highlight in them. Sort of the watermelon-y color. Using that pink and that red again. Pink and the red. Let's Pulling some red, pulling some pink. Just to pull this watermelon color down into our letters. Red and the pink, red and the pink. It's a little bit too red, but it's okay. Turn that off. Okay. You cooked a pork roast and baked beans, about 5 of the grains over for dinner, and cut up 6. Woo, that's a lot, Miss Darlene. That's a lot. Have I been? I have not. I have not been to the Little Debbie Park, Miss Susan. I have not. I've seen it on pictures, but I've not been there yet. Thank you, Miss Elsie. Okay, so we're gonna paint this. We're gonna dry this a little bit. Let's get our star put on here. Pointy side up, y'all. Pointy side up. Oh, put some more. I'm gonna put some hot glue right there on the tip of our tree. Okay. Okay, so I told you we were going to do a little bit something else to this, and it's going to take a while for it to dry.
I'm around town before you get done.
Okay.
Chicken dry, so if you hear dogs going crazy.
Okay. Okay. So I told you we were going to do something, a little bit something else. So you know how the rind has the white, you know, in between that and the... You really need to go, Miss Susan. Oh, we're almost done. I promise we're almost done as soon as I get this done. So I got some white puffy paint. This is just Tulip Slick puffy paint, y'all. Puffy paint. So I'm just going to come in here with this, and we're just going to put some lines right in between. It also looks like garland on the tree. Okay, and I'm actually... Since we got some there, I'm actually going to bring it all the way down. We're going to use it as a border. We're going to use it as a border also. So it'll have a little bit of dimension with the puffy paint once it dries. Okay. Okay, I think it looks good. We may come in. I may come in with some puffy paint over top of the Christmas. But there we go, y'all. Christmas in July with the watermelon. We used the puffy paint. So this was a. We'll go over what we done. Thank you, Miss Susan. Thank you. No to the little bit. Okay, I won't go tonight. But hi, Susan. Thank you, Sherry. So what we did is I used a thrift store. This was a thrifted thing I found. It was 99 cents. And then I painted it. We ombreed it with some Key West and some jadeite glass. I used just some thin cardboard that I had and cut out some different size watermelon shapes. Oh, did I just stick my finger in that? I did. Of course I did. Oopsie. Dang it. I gotta do some... I stuck it up here too. Oopsie. Okay, I got it fixed. Okay. I got it fixed. So we painted watermelons on that. I used a wood star and we just wrote Christmas in July. We used some puffy paint to put a little bit of texture. You can see the texture on the side of it. And yeah, we have our little watermelon Christmas in July. So I hope y'all, you just bought some puffy paint to finish an apron I'm working on. Well, there you go. There you go. You got some puffy. You got another idea to use for this puffy paint. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Miss Beverly, Miss Elsie, Miss Cindy. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. This was a quick one tonight, y'all. An hour. It was an hour. I can't believe it. It's perfect. Thank you, Susan. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Next week, if I have, y'all, I told y'all I was part of the Crafting Network. I'm a host on the Crafting Network now. And so if you're not a part of the Crafting Network, it's a free page. So go over there and join that. I'm going to be, if it's working the way I think it is, I'm waiting for an answer from somebody. But I signed up next Tuesday to stream there and here. So we will be doing another hour-long craft tomorrow, but I will be live here on the page, and I will be also live over at the Crafting Network. And I think I'm going to do one day in the Crafting Network this weekend also, probably on Sunday. But I will see you all tomorrow evening. No, I won't either. No, I won't. I got to go get my grandkids tomorrow evening, or we would do Wing It Wednesday. But I've got to get my grandkids tomorrow. So if I get back here in time, we may go live and do a little something. It won't be too much. A little something. But I will see you all on Thursday evening. So I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And I can't wait to see y'all again. So y'all good night, sleep tight, and don't let those bed bugs bite. And I'll see y'all next time. And thank y'all so much for the love. Bye, friends.